Hey everybody, happy Jim Park ADV. Good morning to all my faithful YouTube Park ADV followers. So we came into Mount Creek last night. We'd been planning a big trip and we wanted to get a four-wheeler for our kids that don't ride motorcycles. It's real sandy out here and we wanted people to have things to do, and we thought we'd check them out too. All the four-wheelers we saw that were used, they're trashed. People beat them up. They use them for tow vehicles. They use them for boats. They think it's a mud bogging vehicle. They like to add things to them and tear stuff off, leave wires hanging, cannibalize the motors, the trim, the tires, and then they all act like they're top notch and want top dollar for them, in the tune of, some of them 10 years old, anywhere from $2,800, $3,500. So we stopped in at a shop down here in Panama City, and it's on 231, and we started looking at four-wheelers, and we opted to go ahead and finance a new one. So we did that. Before we left, the guy said, hey, let me take it back and have everything checked over. And when we do the finance papers, it shows that there's like a $650 charge, $600 or $650, for basically setup fee. I guess they get it freight and they got to do stuff, put it together and stuff like that. They recoup this money. And the four-wheeler had custom wheels put on it and custom tires. So yeah, it was all an added on charge. So we get out here to Mount Creek last night, we're all excited, and we get the four-wheelers and the bikes unloaded. We get unpacked, and Christy hasn't ridden one since she was about 13 or 14, teenager stuff. And last time I rode one, I wound up with a shattered collarbone and surgery. So don't let your kids ask if you can ride a four-wheeler that doesn't even belong to you. And yeah, spinning 360s, I munched it bad. That was the last time I was on a four-wheeler, but I have ridden them in the past. So I asked her if she wants to go for a ride, and she loads everything up on the tailgate with the crate, the radio and Bluetooth to her music, and she sits on the back, and it's probably 10:30 at night, and we've been out here before, so we know our way around pretty good, and off we go. I noticed there was a clunking sound in the front end, and it has a winch on it, so I thought it was the hook, the metal hook banging the frame. And we went up to this place called the Pasture. Anybody that rides out here knows where the Pasture is. And so from our camp, it was about 1.5 miles, 2 mile ride. And by the time we got up to the Pasture, I noticed the clunking had gotten more severe, which shouldn't be happening, and I could feel it in the left hand handlebar. So I got off of the four-wheeler with a headlamp that I had just luckily brought, still on my head from when we were unpacking, and I checked the front left tire has lost a lug nut. All the other lug nuts are finger tight, ready to fall off, and the wheel has gotten crooked, like it's not centered up on the hub. It's crooked. It's ready to go. Well, Christy was saying, can you just finger tighten it and get us back? And I'm talking pitch black, y'all. And I said, no, I can't. We roll this thing any further and that wheel's going to fall off, create more damage. You won't be able to ride it all weekend. We got people coming out to ride and have fun. So no, I can fix it if it hasn't stripped out the studs on the wheel from wobbling. So we took off walking. We left the four-wheeler brand new with less than 2 miles on it and walked all the way back to camp. I had brought a pump jack, and I strapped it on the back of the KLR, and I put Christy on the back of the KLR, and I got some tools, and off we rode. When I was walking back to camp, I told Christy, wouldn't it be awesome if I found the lug nut that fell off? And I said, yeah, that'd be a long shot. But I kept looking at the ground, and like 30 feet from the four-wheeler, I found a bone, cow bone. And then I kept walking. There's a black thing laying in the trail. I pick it up. It is the lug nut. It has 4, and I found the 4th one laying in the dirt. So thank God for that. So I was able to get the tools, get Christy on the back. We ride all the way up double through sand in the dark. That was quite a harrowing experience. I don't know if you guys have rode in sand, but there's a certain trick to it. When you got someone on the back, it's even more of a trick. She at one point jumped off and said, "I'll just walk," because we were like nose diving, and I told her, "Hang on, don't do anything, let me ride it out." And I'm just gunning it, going everywhere, you know, and it feels like you're gonna die. So, but we're in a good mood, you know. I mean, it's not that bad. It's just a drag that happened. And so I get the KLR's got bright headlights, and I pointed at the wheel, and I jacked the four-wheeler up. Christy's recording this to send to the dealer, and I tightened that wheel on. Well, because the wheels were aftermarket, my thinking was they might have just mocked those wheels up, put that four-wheeler on the floor, and then when the salesman said, "Hey, I'm going to take your four-wheeler back and have them tighten the lug nuts and make sure everything's good, the fluids and all that, and give it that service before we send it out," that they done it. But they didn't, because we went to the rear tire, lug nuts, finger tight. We went to the other rear tire, lug nuts, finger tight. We went to the front tire, lug nuts, finger tight. And we're recording all of this because we want them to see what happened. So I get all the lug nuts on all four wheels tightened back up, and we did actually ride and have a good time after that. But that's how we started our adventure out here at Mount Creek. So today is Thursday. I'm going to go down and see about catching some fish. Christy's still sleeping. I don't know, I hear something moving around in there. Anyway, that's the start of the Mount Creek adventure. So if you buy something from the dealer, you probably want to check it out, make sure for yourself that things are as they should be. That's 3 times in a row I've gotten stuff from a dealer that I've had done to my bikes. And this I didn't have done, but it's always something messed up. That's why I do most of the work myself. Anyway, enjoy your day, guys. We'll be posting more as the week goes on. Enjoy the ride.